49 Days to the Light. What's behind Jimin's fake smile? BTS's Jimin smile is one of the things most remembered by fans around the world. Her smile is warm, soothing, and seems to bring hope amidst the hustle and bustle of Korea's stressful entertainment world. Recently, however, observant fans have begun to notice something different. There was a faint trill behind the laughter. There was a look that was no longer as sincere as usual. It was as if Jimin was hiding something behind his sweet expression and inexpressible poignancy. What, then, is the true meaning of 49 Days to the Light? And why does Jimin's smile now feel so different? In a world full of glare, often the dark side of a person is tightly closed. Idols like Jimin are required to always smile, look perfect, and look strong, even though their souls are fighting a great war inside. The term 49 days in Korean culture is not just a number. This is a symbol of the spiritual journey of a deceased person, the time of transition to his last place. Then why does this figure appear in the context of Jimin? Some fans began to associate it with the current phase of Jimin's life, a phase of change, the search for meaning and the release of pain that had been held back. Is this just a metaphor, or is there really something much deeper he is going through? Many fans observed that Jimin's smile has recently appeared empty, not a sincere smile that arises out of happiness, but more like a weapon of self-defense, a way to hide pain, pressure, or even loss. In various recent photos, Jimin's laughter looks like a forced laugh. His eyes smiled, but did not shine. His shoulders stiffened, as if there was a weight that could never be completely released. Some sensitive army even began to highlight his body language. He is more silent, looking down or staring blankly forward when in a crowd. Even in moments of togetherness with other members, his gaze is often distracted. Many theories have sprung up from fans and the media. Some say that Jimin was experiencing severe pressure due to his military activities that he had never imagined so hard. There are also those who associate it with the loss of someone who means a lot, but is not made public for the sake of privacy. There were also more emotional rumors that Jimin was in the process of forgiving himself. Some fans suspect that Jimin has been harboring guilt towards someone or something from his past. That guilt now comes to the surface, making him seem fragile and far from the cheerful person we are used to seeing. 49 Days to the Light could have meant that Jimin was going through a heavy mental phase, and he was giving himself time to go through it all. Whether it's the process of mourning, healing, or parting with something that he has been holding tight, not a few believe that Jimin may be on a spiritual journey of his own, rediscovering the meaning of his life, career, and existence as a human being, not just as a global star. In previous interviews, he has expressed a desire to take a break, rethink his life, and find peace in a world that never really gives him time to breathe. If it is true that he is going through 49 Days to the Light, then this is an important transitional phase, a journey toward relief, toward acceptance, and toward a new, stronger version of himself. The most touching thing is that, despite the struggle, Jimin still tries to give the best to his fans. He remains present, still greets, still tries to smile, even though his heart is shaking. Behind his fake smile, an incredible sincerity is hidden, the sincerity not to worry his fans. Sincerity to remain a source of light for others, despite himself being groping in the dark. This is the human side of an idol. They are not perfect statues that are always happy. They are human beings who feel, cry, and fight, just like US fans. We may not always be on Jimin's side in person, but we can give space, support, and unconditional love. We can remind ourselves that it's okay not to be okay, it's okay to pause, and it's okay to cry. We can be the little light that leads him out of the darkness, so that when those 49 days are over, he really finds the peace he was looking for. And when that true smile returns, it will mean more than ever because we know how hard the struggle is behind it. We will know that the smile is not just a decoration of the face, but the result of a long process, emotional upheaval, deep loneliness, prayerful nights, and moments where Jimin almost gave up, yet chose to endure. Some sources close to Jimin's surroundings have mentioned that lately he has become quieter than usual. He didn't talk much, didn't joke much, and could often be seen staring far out the window, as if his mind was exploring somewhere else. In a world full of schedules, scripts, and cameras, such silence feels awkward. But it could be the silence is his way of rearranging the pieces of himself that had been scattered. Perhaps he is looking for a new meaning behind everything that has happened, from a glorious career to the fragile spots that he has been hiding all this time. Maybe he's writing something in his diary, like he used to do, pouring out feelings he couldn't express, rearranging memories and hopes, trying to explain himself, why his heart felt so heavy, and what he could do to find the light again. Not a few fans have also noticed that lately Jimin seems more connected with emotional lyrics, songs that convey loneliness, the search for meaning, and hidden hope. Was it just a coincidence? Or is it another form of Jimin's tacit communication to the world? As a true artist, Jimin always uses art as a medium to channel his emotions. Her gestures on stage, her low voice when singing, or even the expression on her face when sitting still, they are all part of the story she is writing. Perhaps 49 Days to the Light is part of an inner journey that will one day become the next great work, not just in song form, but in the form of a new, fuller, stronger self. Jimin is known as a person who thinks of others more than himself. He always prioritizes the comfort of other BTS members, staff, and even his fans. On many occasions, he even apologizes just because he doesn't feel like it's enough to bring happiness to his fans, even though we know his presence alone is already a reason to smile, but such a burden, if it is buried for too long, can become a time bomb that gnaws at the inner self. Perhaps this is what has been happening all this time. His fake smile is the result of a habit of putting other people's feelings above his own. And now, as his body and mind began to wear out, everything slowly broke to the surface. However, it is precisely here that human beauty is visible. When he chooses to no longer hide it all, when he shows that he is also an ordinary human being who can be tired, can be sad, and can be broken, that's where we see the deepest side of the true Jimin. 49 days could well be not a number signifying the end, but a symbol of a new chapter. It could be that this is the time he needs to let go of old wounds and open the door to new hope. At the end of the 49th day, we don't expect Jimin to be perfect or return to being the Jimin that was. We just want him to be himself with all his wounds, strength, and unchanging sincerity. And when that day comes, the world will welcome him back warmly. His smile will be more sincere, his eyes will shine brighter, and his pace will be more steady. He will return to his feet, not just as a great star, but as a person who has touched the deepest point of his life and returned with a new light. If Jimin reads this one day, we want him to know that he is not alone. We, the millions of hearts he touched through his music, laughter, and tears, are here. We do not require him to always smile. We just want him to be happy in his own way. If it takes time, take that time. If you need space, we'll take care of it for you. Because behind the 49 days to the light, we believe there will be a beautiful dawn. And there will be a new Jimin, no longer someone who hides his sadness behind a smile, but someone who has made peace with himself and finally, really smile. And when that time comes, the smile is no longer fake. It was a real light. 49 days to the light is not the end, but the beginning of something new. Jimin may be in the process of healing himself, letting go of old wounds and finding new meaning in his life. His fake smile was not a sign of weakness, but a symbol of incredible strength to persevere in the midst of the storm. And when the time comes, we will see the true smile, no longer the smile of pretense, but the smile of someone who has conquered the darkness within. We just need to be patient, believe, and stay. For Jimin, to her true smile that will return.